Welcome. Today I released a new ambient music piece called Lycentia on a new platform called Subvert. Subvert officially launches publicly today, and I wanted to release something there as a way of supporting the project and participating in its launch. What interested me about Subvert is that it's artist-owned. And at this point, I think many artists are looking for alternatives to the dominant streaming model. Over time, music has increasingly become something optimized for algorithms, playlists, shortened attention spans, and constant visibility. And while streaming platforms made music more accessible, they also changed the relationship many artists have with their work. There's pressure to constantly release material, stay visible, fit existing categories, and create things that perform well inside systems designed primarily around engagement. And I think something gets lost when music becomes primarily content, especially slower, more immersive forms of music. So what interests me about projects like Subvert is less the technology itself and more the possibility of creating spaces where artists have more agency over how their work is shared and experienced. The piece I released is called Lycentia. The name came to me while thinking about freedom, both artistically and structurally. The music itself was created using modular synthesis, but I approached it very intuitively. There's no fixed tempo, no click track, no heavy quantization. The piece moves freely. There are moments of pulse and periodicity, but also instability, noise, evolving textures, and tones that exist outside conventional harmonic structures. At the same time, melody and harmony occasionally emerge through the soundscape. So the piece exists somewhere between structure and freedom, atmosphere and tension, immersion and instability. It's about 20 minutes long, and it's really intended to be experienced as a continuous environment rather than consumed quickly. The cover image came together unexpectedly. I lowered the exposure on my iPhone camera and took a photograph of the clouds outside earlier today. Because of the glare, I couldn't really see what I was photographing at the time. But later, when I opened the image, I noticed there was a hawk almost perfectly framed in the center of the photograph. It's very small, most people probably won't even notice it, but once I saw it, it felt strangely appropriate. The title, Lycentia, evokes freedom, and somehow the image ended up carrying that same feeling naturally. I liked that I didn't plan it. So that's the piece, and part of the reason I chose to release it in this way. If you'd like to hear Lycentia, I'll place the Subvert link below. And if you do listen, I'd recommend giving it time and space, preferably with headphones or a good sound system. Thanks for watching.